Hey everyone, it's Renee here, reporting from the Funnel Lab. Well, this has been a pretty awesome week for me. I was chosen as to be the host of the ClickFunnels Connect event, and so I've been frantically putting everything to the side so I can make this the best for everybody. But the reason that I'm here is because I wanted to tell you why this event matters enough for me to really put everything I got into it, because ClickFunnels Connect event last year was the first time they had one, and that event actually changed I pivoted my whole business model, my whole everything, because of that ClickFunnels Connect. Let me give you a little backstory. If you've been following me anytime, 5 years ago I was homeless in the backseat of my car after the ending of a relationship, and with nothing pretty much. And while I was in my car, I was scrolling through YouTube, ran into the One Funnel Away Challenge webinar Russell had, and long story short, took it, and the One Funnel Away Challenge put me on this trajectory. This was 5 years ago. During that time, I become a ClickFunnels ambassador, and I have grown so much as far as business, as far as my life, as far as everything. And I mean, I'm building, I'm growing. It's just amazing. But here's the reason that this, and hosting this and being the one to bring the funnel community to Phoenix, why it matters to me so much, is because I was first invited to ClickFunnels Connect #1, the very first one in Hollywood, California last year. Now, I didn't know what I was going to experience when I went there. It was different than the Funnel Hacking Live. I've been there. That awesomely changed my life too, just to be in the room with 5,000 other people on the same path. That was amazing. But the ClickFunnels Connect is what matters today, because when we were specifically picked out and chosen for the invite to the first ClickFunnels Connect, I didn't know that we were going to get all that happened in there. So let me tell you what happened. First of all, ClickFunnels I had been using their software since I learned about it 5 years ago, because it has transformed my life so much. But what happened at that event, which was the end of last year, sometime before 2025, they had a big reveal, kind of like the Apple and Tim Cook and the Apple little things on stage where they got the big, this is what we're doing. It was kind of like one of those tech things. But I didn't expect that, but I loved it. But here's what it did. Before I came to that ClickFunnels Connect, I was doing agency services, and done for you services. Wasn't doing much coaching because I had started generating income, so I wanted to continue with that. But that ClickFunnels Connect, when I left, it gave me so much insight that I pivoted for 2025. I pivoted my whole business model from agency services and done for you services to empowering entrepreneurs to learn a skill set that will sustain you for the rest of your life. That became my thing, because at that ClickFunnels Connect last year, ClickFunnels, Russell and them had let us in on that they were changing up their kind of model of how they've been doing things, and they're not really how they're gonna change up. They're going after a new market, I guess, a new word market. And it was their mission to create hundreds of entrepreneurs in 2025. that are finding success with funnels. Something like that. But that right there, it may sound kind of dumb, but that right there was like, that was, I think, the key moment that I knew that I want to be on board with whatever that is, as far as whatever ClickFunnels moving forward. Come to find out, like I said, I didn't know why I was invited. I was invited. They said that we were specifically picked because they were planning on their model being community builders or movement people who are creating movements or have the ability to create a movement, people who already have influence and are already helping in the market, and that they were looking to have more impact by having people like me and about 100 other people that were invited to this represent our communities and try to get the word out that funnels are here, and if you learn the skill set, it will change your life. So that's what happened last year. When I get back, I realized that I'm going to switch off my whole business model and I'm going to move to a kind of helping people do it model versus I'll do it for you. Here's where the frustration came in. The frustration came in when I would build funnels for people, build businesses, do all these things, but I could never it was hard to get them to consume the free One Funnel Away course that would come with their software, which is really the key. And it was frustrating because they would at some point not be able to afford the services or whatever it is, and then they can't continue, they don't know how to continue doing what it was that if they had just along while I was working with them, if they had just took advantage of the free course that Russell gives them in their software, we could have been doing this together, and at least you'd have the skill set. Whether if you can afford to pay someone, that's cool, but if you can, at least your marketing just doesn't stop. And it bothered me because I'm looking at my Facebook pages from past clients. I'm like, wow. So that bothered me more than anything. And to be able to help people to learn the skill set became priority. So that's how we got here. About 3 weeks ago, Friday, Feature Fridays in the ClickFunnels group, I had already known that ClickFunnels was going to be pivoting towards a model of influencers helping to expand the base, I guess. I don't even know how to put it, but I know what I'm trying to say. But influencers who have already gathered people who are interested but have not yet experienced the value of mastering creating funnels, that I would be in a position now with ClickFunnels backing me to be able to help in a more impactful way. So 2-3 weeks ago, there was an announcement that they were now taking applications for people to be host their ClickFunnels Connects in their city, Phoenix. Over 200 applications were put in. I put mine in and I got chosen, which I was totally stoked about. I spent all day jumping up and down telling my husband about how this was the plan in my head from when I left the ClickFunnels Connect last year around September, October, somewhere around there. When I left last year from California, that was my plan. I wanted to be 100% in alignment and get the momentum that ClickFunnels can help me help you guys. So once I got approved, this is kind of gone. I just finished the official, yes, I can go. I'm the host for Phoenix just like last week, the end of the week. So it's on to the races. Here we go. So that's what I'm doing. I wanted to update you guys about what's going on. I'm going to be really, really busy. Hey, Chi, thank you for doing my Doodle Tunes ads. Thank you for that. But my objective here, this is what my objective is. Funnels have changed my life. 5 years ago, during COVID, 2019, I was in the backseat of my car, homeless, and scrolling through YouTube and running on that webinar, the One Funnel Away Challenge from Russell Brunson, has literally changed my life. And I've always said from when we left the ClickFunnels Connect in California, I would always say, boy, I wish they could do that in Phoenix. So here's my opportunity to be able to do that. So you guys have no idea of what's about to happen right here. And if you've watched me for any period of time, at least over the last 5 years, because that's how long I've been doing it. If you watch my social, you will see all the different funnel hacking live. Go around September of last year, you'll see our ClickFunnels Connect. And every time I make a move with ClickFunnels, every single time I make a move with ClickFunnels, it elevates me. And it's not necessarily because of ClickFunnels by itself. It's the skill set. When you learn the skill set of being able to turn an idea into a framework and know how to package it and put it together and then create an offer and then turn that offer into a message and then be able to use that message to sell people, man, that's like an amazing skill. And like it is so freeing because like any single time I have my grandkids come up with an idea, I start a little summer program with them, just trying to do something with them during the summer. But then also I have the skill set, I can't imagine not passing it down. So let me spend the summer with them twice a week. I go over there and I teach them what I know. Structured, workbooks, everything. I do everything. So I hope to turn it into a course later. But right now, it's about passing on that ability to turn an idea. Have them pick what is the one item that you like to make that you in Canva. That's how we started it. First week, we just figured out what would you like to do? What's your passion? What are you behind? One of my granddaughter Sarai picked basketball. We ended up talking about how about some virtual trading card and like a virtual team trading card kit. And we're doing all the graphics and everything in Canva, getting it set up. I'm going to help them create an offer. We're barely in session 4, so they're doing that. But here's the thing: to be able to, if these kids are getting on Canva and creating items that are sellable with the right story and the right market, and you understand what they want and that you've talked to your market and you give them what they want, of course they're going to buy it. I'm trying to show my grandkids that all that takes is an idea. What do you want to do? What do you like? That's what I had them do the first time. Okay, next week we're going to take what you like and turn it into something. So we did a little market research, figured it out on the internet, did some Google, did some chat, did some Google Trends, checking out what we could do as a kid entrepreneur. So we figured that out. That's what we came up with. He's doing a YouTube creator kit. So I'm saying all this to show that I'm teaching kids how to do this. And if a kid can do it, you can do it. So that's why I'm here. And I believe more than anything, the ClickFunnels community has been a big part of my success. And I feel privileged and honored to be the one to share that excitement, passion, everything that comes with being part of this movement, this funnel lifestyle movement, everything that comes with it, the freedom, the ability to create income. Basically, the ability not only to create income for me, but for me to teach my grandkids how to create income before they graduate from high school. They're not tied to just going to college or just clocking in. I don't want them to be locked into something and being capped and don't have an opportunity to know that there's a better way. And that's why it means so much to me to bring ClickFunnels Connect, the Phoenix experience. So I'm doing all the kind of brainstorming right now, brain dumping. I'll be talking to event planners and a whole bunch of venue stuff, and like this is going to be epic somewhere around July, August. So there will be, go to my page, check for the opt-in link. I'm still like finishing up the funnel because I just am trying to get the thoughts out. So you know how it is as a funnel hacker. But again, you guys don't want to miss this. Just like the ClickFunnels Connect last year, this event is going to be life-changing for you. And I'd love to be the one to guide you there. So this is Renee again. Peace out from the Funnel Lab. Bye.